Hello everyone. In our last video, we have created vendor user ID in our ERP system. Now we need to onboard the vendor. For onboarding vendor, we need to copy this URL and provide this URL to our vendor. For vendor, I am using better another URL and new incognito mode. This one. Then I'm providing vendor email ID and vendor password. Now vendor will land to this page. Here he need to fill country, term and condition, company information, contact information, business information, procurement category, and questionnaire, and submit the registration. So this all are configurable, and until here, until procurement, like country and region, term and condition, this we can define in request form. I'll show you here from where we need to configure. For this, we need to go procurement and sourcing module. Under procurement, so setups. Under setups, we have vendors. Under vendors, we have this one, vendor request configurations. So here you can see this I hidden because this is not required for India 1099 box for tax, and currency is hidden. If you enable, so you just here, so it will display. And if you make required, this will be mandatory unless and until you have not mentioned the currency code. It will not allow at the final to submit this form. So keep in mind here you can configure these things, and whatever you have displayed, that will going to display in your vendor portal form. And second thing is, this is configurable, like here I mentioned display. You can see general terms and condition. I have mentioned something here, so you can see here same thing. Better I close this one. This also close. Yes. So now when I'm clicking next, here, as I have not chosen any, so that is not mandatory, so I'm just choosing India. Then second is next. You can see here general terms and condition. General terms and condition from where is coming here. See, I have written general terms and condition. Then this all terms and condition I have written here. So that's why this is populating here. Second thing, you can see here, I accept the term and condition. This is another toggle button. This is here. I accept the term and condition. So here. So now I'm accepting. Next. And here, as I said, we have created a vendor name as a 555 limited. And here you can also provide the address for time's sake. I'm not mentioning everything. Like you can even you can make the some field mandatory, like telephone. If you want to make mandatory, then you can just go this page. You can see here somewhere is the telephone number. Also you can find telephone. Yes, here telephone. So you can make also mandatory. It will show you that it will become mandatory. So now I'm not making. I'm going this. Here you can fill this. This also is configurable. You can configure here. And locally on small business, you can also either you can do by here, or once you create the vendor, you can also make the changes there. So now procurement category, if you want to make this vendor some procurement category you want to add, so just go here and you can see here procurement add category. Okay, so here add category will display, and from where you want this vendor should be tagged with this category item, you can tag there. So I'm not taking for sake of save the time. And questionnaire, see here questionnaire, I have configured some question like your company registration name. So I'm just using okay this, then forward, then to your country India. This all are configurable for testing purpose. I have configured this GST, just make anything forward, time number, whatever you want, you can configure. N number of you can configure here, base it or your company customer or company requirement. principal just test. Then proprietorship, like see, generally in D65 we have only two option: either is a person or by organization. So some company they have a requirement like they want some OPC, private limited company, LLP, public limited, OPC, one person company, and private and proprietorship. So in this situation you can also configure. So I'm just making like this is private limited company. Okay, so now question is completed because I have mentioned only about 8 questions. So now I'm making and I'm just submit. So keep here one mind. Once you submit this form, you cannot able to edit. Now you can edit. Now you can go back if you feel anything you want to change. But once you submit, you can. If you once you click the finish, you cannot able to do anything. Like see, if I press finish button, and one more thing. See here is coming submitted and wait for the next step. So this is coming again from here. You can see submitted and wait for the next step here because I have configured there. And second thing, from questionnaire I have set up here. You can see here the questionnaire, and from the questionnaire I have made some questions. I make this questions, and I have made this setup question. So this that's why this question is populating there. And generally we are creating this question. There is another module name is questionnaire. You can go there. Questionnaire q. Yes, here we have questions and questionnaires. So here I have made some like questionnaire, and one more thing, you need to define the input type. This is very important, like how this report will populate either in not or checkbox. So this we can design here. Then second thing, you need to go in questionnaire, and you need to you need to make the in groups like this, like basic data consists of this many questions. So this is the very simple process to configure these things. Okay, so we just like just now we have submitted, and now next step is we need to go procurement and sourcing module, under vendors, vendor collaboration request, under have vendor request, because now vendor have filled every details. And now as a concerned people will check whether this all data is correct or not, or yeah, you require any further communications, and you can also do any further changes. So here now as a user, as a system user whose task is to check all details that filled by the vendor, he will come here, and he will check this ID, and he will check he will open this here, and he will check the company search name, company name, vendor name, registration ID. And here one the important thing is questionnaire. He will check also, like here in all every question he will check the answer what is replied based on the company parameter. Or you can also make the, if you want to make the scoring, there is also some options there. Okay, so based on this, if you fill this everything data fill, then you just need to, here there is a one for workflow, you just need to approve. So now here is one is manual task is required, like from this vendor, from which group you want to add. So I'm adding this group as a domestic, and save. Then I'm approving this. Okay, like please, or just I'm as a approver, so I'm just approving. Approved. So once the approval status will change, now the status is pending for pending approval. So wait, and go to workflow history. Okay, now status changed to approved. Now we'll check whether this vendor name 555 limited this vendor is onboarded in our system or not. Or the second one, this vendor account is created automatically in our system or not. So now we are going to change this 555 limited. So for this, either we can go procurement sourcing, or you need to go to account payable, and the account payable all vendors, and check here their name. Like I have mentioned, 555. So now this vendor is created. And there is one more functional, that is when collaboration activation. Here generally what happen, if you're making any purchase order, it will go to the vendor portal. If vendor accept, that it will automatically confirm in ERP that this purchase order confirm. Otherwise you have to require manual confirmation. So now we refresh this page, and now we see how this vendor portal is look like. Oh, now you can see there is no any dashboard is for there for purchase, invoice, verbit, because we have not assigned the concern role to the vendor. So for this, there is two way we can assign. The first way generally people are using mostly, like they go to system admin and collapse all. Here there's a security. Under security is external role. External role nothing but we are providing the external roles to the vendor. So here we can assign the role, but still here we need to assign some few roles. So I'm generally not preferring here. I'm for assigning role, the best way and the very simplest way is to just go system admin and select users, and under users you select the user ID, that is Sanjay, and I'm selecting this is external. So just here type only vendor. So I'm typing here vendors, and you can see here the external role, vendor admin external. You just add this external role extra and then just save it. Okay, now again you can see here I'm refreshing this page. Now this all field is coming. So whenever you are floating any tender through the RFQ process, request for quotation, so you can see in vendor here bidding, vendor bidding. So once vendor can say here, vendor either he can accept or reject. Once he accept, then again it will go to this is integrated with our D65. Then as a they will further confirm. Then you can also see that yes, this uh, they have win this award. Then they will get the purchase order, and here you can confirm the purchase order. Either you can, because some scenario what happen, even uh, you have been win the code, but you don't want to deliver this product. So either in that scenario you can reject the purchase order. If you accept the purchase order, then further once they receive the GRN, you can come into vendor, and here you can see the purchase order number, and you can just, there is one option will come new, you can just check there which purchase order they have received. Based on this you can raise the invoice. So here what happening, uh, here the vendor will raise the invoice, not by the as a any user. So this will make very convenient to communication between to and from the vendor and from the customer prospectus point of view. So here one more thing I want to tell you, like here I have some workflow through vendor. Suppose here vendor is making any invoice, so there should be some person who will check. So this vendor invoice, you have to enable workflow. For this I have no worry. For this very explainly, I will make another window from how many workflows we are using. For this you need to go here under setup, account payable workflow, and you can see here this propose vendor change. Sorry, not this one. This one, vendor invoice workflow. So you need to enable this flow. Then you can see this workflow there. Okay, and I will further post one more video, the explaining means which workflow I have used, because here they require a lot of setups. Like first is here, then second you need to go the system admin, then there is a security, and the security you need to do the external roles. Then again you have another workflow. Under workflow you need to use this user workflow. This workflow for this one, vendor request, user request. So you need to activate this one. So, and also the third one is, as I said to you, we need to use this one. We need to go procurement and sourcing, setup, under setup, vendors, under vendor. This is a vendor request configuration. So this is a very straightforward and very easy to onboard any vendor. And also I will post another one more video. Suppose one vendor is already there in system, and how to assign vendor portal access to that vendor. Thank you for watching video. Have a good day.